Welcome to our Bouquet of Flower watercolor and pen tutorial. So the supplies you will need from your kit are a piece of cartridge paper for practice, your A5 card, a fine liner pen, your rosemarine co brush, which is a pointed round 6 brush, but any pointed round brush you will have from home will suit, 4 colors, green, yellow, blue and red. You'll also need your graphite paper for tracing, your step-by-step instructions, and low-tag artist tape to secure your paper when drawing your outlines. We'll also need supplies from home, so we use a palette made of enamel, but a porcelain or a paper plate will do. You'll need an eraser, a sharpened pencil, some kitchen paper, 2 jugs of clean water, one for cleaning your brushes and one for grabbing clean water between each color, and the optional cup of tea. We'll start with grabbing our graphite paper. The shiny side goes down on your card and place your outline over the matte side. Secure your outline on your surface and grab your sharp pencil and trace your outline. Don't press too hard because the graphite transfers very easily and you'll be left with a really dark line on your card. So once you've traced your outline, you can then add your message. So you can use our calligraphy sheet and just place the message wherever you want. Once you've done this, if there is any excess graphite on your card, if it's really dark, you can use your eraser to remove the extra graphite. So we'll just leave a slight mark for you to follow for the painting. So I always recommend diluting your colors on your palette before you start painting and checking that you're happy with the consistency on your cartridge paper. So for step 2, we're going to paint the petals of the animals with the wet on wet technique. So the first thing we do is you wet your brush with water and cover the petal with water, and then you grab some diluted paint and drop it in from the edges and let the paint seep onto the petal. So you just sort of run your brush with some diluted paint on it along the edges and just sort of gently push the paint inwards. You can keep reloading the areas with more paint and sort of push it inwards, and it creates some lovely effects, and it covers the surface of the petal without making it completely uniform, so it gives it some depth and some sort of shape. So repeat this process for each petal. You can change the color if you wish. So cover the surface with water again and then drop in the paint starting from the center and going upwards along the edges of the petal. One of the fun things about watercolors is that you can't control exactly what's going to happen when the paint goes on the paper. And here, because we've got a wet area, we know that when we drop the paint within, it's going to stay, but it's going to create its own little reaction and its own patterns, and by reloading the center we're creating some depth and some perspective, and by pulling the paint within there's some transparencies, and really every time we try this project again, you'll see for each petal you have a slightly different effect, and that's what makes it more realistic and more lovely and more unique. So for the second animal, I'm going to do a more purple mix. I'm using blue and red mixed together. So again, starting with a wet petal and dropping in some purple and just letting the paint seep into the petal. So just try to work with some transparencies, not to cover the whole petal, and repeat for each petal. So whilst the paint is still wet, we're just going to reload the center of each petal with some dark purple for the second anemone and some dark red. So that means less water, more pigment on your brush, just to make sure that we've got a good depth of color. And you can even sort of enhance the outside of the petals, just sort of to mark them a little bit with your paint. So for step 2, we're moving on to the roses. They're really simple to paint. All you need to do is sort of start with a dark value in the center. So the 3 or 4 petals in the middle are your darkest value of whichever color you choose. So here I've got a darker red on the right roses and a dark purple on the rose on the left. And as you paint your petals and you go towards the outside of the rose, you lighten the value of your color. So simply pat your brush dry on your kitchen paper or remove some excess pigment in your, rinse your brush and just sort of use the leftover pigment on your brush to paint your petal, and to sort of repeat the process so that the outer petals are the lightest value. So you can use the leftover pigment that you've used for your roses to paint really light flower buds on the top, really a light wash to cover the buds and sort of make it slightly darker towards the base. So we're moving in now on to step 3, where we're going to paint the foliage. So for this, we'd prepare on our palette a selection of green. So you can mix green with yellow for a really light green. You can mix green with some blue for a sort of a more darker sort of bluey green. And the first thing we're going to do is to paint the little stems that come out of the foliage behind the flowers and sort of link all the little buds together. So I'm painting these 2 large leaves at the back in dark green, so sort of a mix of green and blue. So first layer is this mix. And sort of if you want to paint a thin line, just use your brush vertically, that helps. And then I'm going to drop in some yellow mix on part of the leaves, just to give it some shape and a little bit more interest so that the color isn't too flat. So on one side you can drop in some yellowy green, and perhaps on the other side, to make it a little bit darker on the lower part of the leaves, you can paint some bluey green just to give it some depth. And you can repeat the process on the smaller leaves as well. Right, for the branches at the base of the flower bouquet, I've chosen to use a lighter green. So if you mix a bit more yellow with your green, just so that there is a noticeable contrast between the leaves on the bottom and the leaves on the top. And these leaves are a little bit more round, so just use the tip of your brush and fill them with this color mix. So for step 4, which is the details, I've chosen to paint little buds around the branches in either yellow, red or orange. So if you just sort of alternate with your brush, painting little dots scattered around the branches, starting wider towards the base and thinning down towards the top. So to paint the center of the anemone flowers, we're going to mix blue, red and green to create a really nice dark deep color, and we're going to paint little circles or discs at the center, and using the tip of our brush we're going to add little filaments just sort of at the base of each petals, little dots around, like this, and sort of loosely, not all the same size, some tiny ones, some slightly bigger ones, and then you can use the same color to paint the little ribbon that is holding your bouquet together, with a little bow at the base. So you can add a few more details on the petals, sort of little lines to sort of show the direction, and add a few lines on your leaves, and maybe sort of enhance a little bit your buds with a few more drops of darker red or orange scattered around. Once the paint is fully dry, you can grab your fine liner paint to trace over your message and fill it in black with your pen. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do join us on our Facebook community page or on Instagram and share your artwork so that we can celebrate what you have been up to.